It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. The Bronze Bomber, 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach. And up against him, here he comes, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, fighting out of Tuscaloosa. Here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see what he's got in store for us in this one.
Oh, pure bad blood.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. He didn't take that jab well at all. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're both trying for a knockout. Just missed with that hook. Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
Punch caught him clean. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. And he scores with the counter. A straight right just misses. Done with that counter shot. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Look, you've been coasting this fight. Now you're going back into it.
Now it's change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab and then just start gathering your pace. Win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks. Get out there.
Don't be looking at it one shot at a time. Set him up.
And there's the bell to start round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Punch, counter punch. That one will count. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter lands. positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. This round's... Whoa, wait a minute! And Deontay Wilder just got clipped! Wilder in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good work at that.
Give him back and we go again. I need you to get back out there.
In the middle, you can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back.
Jab back. Just box him. Be smart. Get yourself.
The bell rings and we start the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice job to block that uppercut. Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. Back and forth they go. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That left hook missed. Both men step back for just a moment. Jab slightly off target. Swing and a miss with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Ready for that counter punch. How about that tying counter shot? Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. That was the moment.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
I like that round. Good work.
This is the beginning of round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Solid punch. Good counter punching. The jab not finding its target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good man.
Anything. Go back and win the rounds, right?
It hands beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few bonnets.
Switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight. Now you're going back into it.
Here comes round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Another scoring shot there. Oh, what a punch! He threw a punch and you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Put him back on him this round. I need you to focus on what you do.
Still letting you power shot. Good work. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away.
From this, kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back and we go again. Don't worry about that round. Let's go out there. Let's
Here. Just keep him on the end of your jab. You get
go out there and win this next round.
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice defense on that hook. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Big swing and a miss with the hook. Punch scores. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was...
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's a necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus.
Welcome to the very mysterious theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. And of course, here he is, Alexander Eastern Assassin Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division.
This is going to be an intense standoff before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Beautiful counter punch. Back and forth they go. Can't find a home for that jab. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. That uppercut doesn't land. There's a counter shot. It's bombs away. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Relax.
Good job. Basics. Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, their every twitch.
And he scores with the counter. Looking to land the hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The jab not finding its target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great work. I love it. I love it. That's just slick.
On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that time counter shot? Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're both trying for a knockout. Good counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. What a punch. A swing and a miss with that jab. They exchange punches. Good counter punching. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Threw a punch and just got countered. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow.
And there's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter. Counter punch. Perfect punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without...
Let's start the 6th. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
as it slows down and heats back up. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. Nice job by him to block that jab. Nice counter shot. Nice punch. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
They blocked the left there. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously...
Here comes round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Nice counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Counter punches have to hurt. Can't score with that jab. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes. And there's the bell for round 8. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower.
A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow-mo.
1, 2, 3.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again.
And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Let him look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Johnny, it's a majority decision win. Did you think it was going to be that close?